He believed he was God, not a king, not a ruler. He claimed he was the Lord of all mankind. But the most shocking part is this: the same man who called himself God drowned helplessly in the sea. And today, after more than 3,000 years, his body lies in a glass case in Cairo, fresh, preserved, untouched by time. His skin is still intact, his hair still exists, his ribs still show the marks of drowning. And the most unbelievable truth, the Quran mentioned this miracle more than 1,400 years before scientists discovered his body. But this story, this shocking miracle, began on the day when Prophet Musa, Moses, stood on the edge of the Red Sea. There once lived a ruler in Egypt, a man drunk with power, arrogance, and cruelty. His palaces were covered in gold, his throne shined under the desert sun, and his armies marched under his command. This was Pharaoh Ramses II, a name that became a symbol of oppression. He enslaved thousands, punished the innocent, and gave himself the greatest title a human could ever claim: "I am your supreme lord." His arrogance was unmatched. But deep inside, he feared one prophecy: that a child from the Israelites would rise and destroy his kingdom. And so he began killing newborns, dozens every day, for years. But destiny was already written. In a small home among the slaves, a baby cried. His name was Musa, Moses, a child who would soon stand against the greatest tyrant in history. Raised in Pharaoh's own palace, Musa grew into a man of strength, wisdom, and divine guidance. And one day he returned with a message that shook the empire. "Let the children of Israel go." Pharaoh's response: mockery, violence, and the threat of death. But Musa was not speaking by his own will. His voice carried the command of Allah, a command Pharaoh refused to obey. Under a moonlit sky, Musa led his people out of Egypt. Thousands walked silently, carrying their children, their fear, and their hope. When Pharaoh learned of their escape, his rage filled the halls of his palace. He gathered his soldiers, mounted his chariots, and swore, "Tonight I will crush Musa and every last one of them." The desert shook under the thunder of horses as Pharaoh chased the Israelites toward the Red Sea. By dawn, Musa and his people stood before the massive sea. Behind them, dust clouds rose from Pharaoh's approaching army. The people cried, "Pharaoh will kill us! We are finished!" But Musa looked toward the waves and said calmly, "My Lord is with me. He will guide me." And then the miracle descended. Musa struck the sea with his staff. The ocean shook, split open, and rose like giant walls of water. A pathway appeared, dry, wide, and glowing with divine protection. The Israelites crossed in awe. When Pharaoh reached the sea, he saw the walls of water and laughed. He shouted, "This is nothing but magic!" And he ordered his soldiers to charge inside. But the moment Musa's people reached the other side, the divine command came. The walls of the sea collapsed. Pharaoh's horses panicked. His chariots flipped, his soldiers screamed, and the so-called God was thrown helplessly into the waves. In those final seconds, as water crushed his lungs, he screamed, I believe in the God of Musa." But it was too late. The sea swallowed him, the tyrant who once claimed to be God. More than 1,000 years passed. Empires rose and fell. New kingdoms replaced old ones. Then the Quran was revealed to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. In Surah Yunus, Allah revealed something unimaginable. "Today we will preserve your body so that you become a sign for those after you." This verse shocked early listeners. How could the body of a man drowned thousands of years ago still exist? There was no mummy, no evidence, no discovery at that time. But the book spoke with certainty. In 1898, in the Valley of the Kings, archaeologists discovered a mummy unlike any other. Its skin was not fully decayed. Its face was still intact. Its chest showed sudden pressure damage, the signs of drowning. The name on the coffin, Ramses II, Pharaoh of the Exodus. Scientists were confused. How could a body remain preserved after drowning? Salt traces were found deep in the tissue, proving death by seawater. Years later, the body was taken to France for further study. There, Dr. Maurice Bucaille examined it carefully. After days of testing, he concluded this man died by drowning, yet his body is preserved better than any mummy I've seen. He was shocked. When he was told that the Quran had mentioned this preservation 1400 years earlier, he could not believe it. He read the verse. He researched its age. He confirmed its authenticity. And then he said, a book cannot make such a statement unless its origin is divine. Today, in the Museum of Egyptian Antiquities in Cairo, you can see the body of Pharaoh lying silently in a glass chamber, a body that once commanded armies, ruled kingdoms, and claimed divinity. Now it is a sign, a lesson, a reminder. The Quran preserved what history forgot. Science confirmed what Allah revealed long ago, and the body of Pharaoh silently testifies, no matter how powerful a human becomes, the truth will always rise and arrogance will always fall.